Cue frame 5, marking the break.
The players are fully refreshed. Nice cup of tea or coffee, mid-session interval, and I suppose they needed a little drink. The first 4 frames were tough frames, tough match snooker. Clever shot though. If this red goes in, he had a chance of getting on the pink, and he wasn't going to leave anything.
On the extended rest, please.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He's messed that up quite badly. It's the red that's gone down the table, and well, the cue ball didn't even make the bulk line, so that was a terrible safety shot.
One. Six. Seven.
The red to the left of the black spot's a bit of a problem. When the black's potted and re-spotted, I think it'll only be available into the right corner. So it's got an angle here to go into the reds if he wants. Just develop quite a few each. He may have to play for the blue this time.
14.
Yeah, he can pot this and swing it around the angles and get to the blue. Don't think that if the pink goes, he'll be all right. And you got to pot the red though.
So that'll be 14.
So neither player really has slipped into top gear yet.
One.
Well, he played on the red that he's closest to with the cue ball, into the bottom right, but he's not on it as he would like. You can still get to it, but it's just not a very nice shot. It's a missable one, as you can see. Tricky angle. I just feel that he's probably left with no option but to play this. This would help if this goes in. Clears the black to both pockets. It's not there. Always bottom jaw, that one.
Marking.
That's disappointing. And you can see that he's just punched the table there.
And that was a fair old punch he did give the table.
Yeah, I always think, you know, Dennis, a fight between a snooker player and a snooker table, there's only one winner.
He has had a fight before against Quinton Han. They went into the ring, didn't they?
One. Seven. Eight.
He's not gone quite far enough, but a screw into the four reds, I think, with the red below it as his backup red. Quite gently. He's gone a bit too far with the cue ball. I wonder if he's on one. He's not on the red he wanted, which was the one
15.
below and to the right. The one closest may go, not that one, the one in the centre of three reds in a line. There is a red that pots. It looks mighty close and not really a shot you want to be playing because you can't be sure where the cue ball's going to go. And this is a plant to be taking on. That's a great shot. That is. Well, that's the second really awkward plant that he played. It's close to the first red here, Dennis. It made, I thought, a tricky shot.
Yeah, he does pull them out. I suppose as a title you wouldn't really want, Neil, the greatest plant maker the game's ever seen.
23.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? But they do come in handy.
24.
I mean, he's broken down here positionally a couple of times in this match, and he's got a plant that's got him out of trouble, really.
$31. $32. $39. $40.
So still building his break quite nicely after that plant early on where he'd run out of position slightly. It's a little too far on the blue. He would like to be straighter so that he could just drop behind a red. That's not the best of angles. Just got to do a little bit more with the cue ball. Maybe screw into the pink or into a red amongst the four. And he's nudged that red and he's gone astray. I think this is end of break.
45. Mark Selby 45.
Be a nice one to knock in, this, wouldn't it? Oh, that was close, and the kiss on the black. He wasn't going to leave a great deal, only the red he took on, and look what's happened. A little nod of the head there saying thanks very much, Mr. Black. Without the cannon on the black, he would have had them fairly safe.
One.
52 the difference, black 59, so he only needs a red. Well, same scenario, taking the pink. Well, you'll have to wait, Mark. You can't pot it until the pink is back on the spot.
7. 8.
In case you're wondering, if the player was to play the shot before the referee had the ball respotted, it's a foul.
$15. 16. 23.
This is a much quicker frame, so the interval has changed things around. We're pretty slowish. This one's only been going just over 12 minutes.
$29. 29 on frame.
Yes, that's enough. An earlier break of 45, and then that 29 was more than enough to give Mark Selby this frame after the mid-session interval. He's back in the lead at 3-2. Mark's just popped out of the auditorium. We'll pick up the commentary when he comes back.
Here, frame 6, Mark Selby to break.
Well, Selby breaks off. He's always led in this match. He was 1-0, 2-1, and now 3-2 in front. Thought he maybe consciously sped his game up a little in that last frame. Won it quite quickly. Got a little bogged down in the first 4. Well, Mark needs to be careful if he's playing off the side of the pack. He had a quick look at them. He has got a red on if he doesn't fancy that. Of course, he does play off the side of the pack. Doesn't want to go into the reds too firmly because he can push one over a pocket. He just said the word sweet wrappers there. I'm not sure I understand what that means in relation to snooker, Dennis.
Well, Willie Thorne's a bit of a rapper now and again when he sings Snooker Loopy, but sweet rapper, not sure about that.
Of course, it could be someone was rustling a rapper in the audience, but I don't think so. Let's put him off the shot.
I thought it's got to be that. He must have heard a sweetie paper somewhere, but shouldn't be thinking about that, should you, when you're playing a shot?
Well, I've heard plenty of things said after missing a ball, but never that. A lot worse. Now this time it's even worse than the previous because he's left a red to the left centre. Well, it's come to the point. Well, I was going to say, it's going to come to a point where Mark King's concentration will be tested, but how that didn't go, I don't quite know.
Didn't detect a kick, it looked to be in, and then suddenly at the end just went on the near jaw. Phew. But Mark King can't believe he's back at the table so quickly.
1. Eight.
There's the stance. Both knees bent, Mark King.
9.
Wouldn't be in the coaching manual that, but done him no harm over the years. There you can see him, both knees bent. And he's playing well.
Sixteen.
Certainly an improved player in the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. Plays a tough game now.
17. $24.
He's dead straight. He'll have to try and just force a bit of an angle. He did well with that. He did very well with it. And he can hold this white. He can can into the bunch here, as long as he gets enough screw and side on it. Just got to be careful he doesn't slip off the left side of the reds. He's okay. He's on a red for the same Middle
32.
pocket there where the one is over.
$33. $40.
A few reds will pot here still. Certainly a red will pot into the same pocket as the black if he gets in behind it. Also red that's close to the pink spot will go to the left centre. That's been there for a while. There you can see it's virtually straight, that black. And there's the other red that will just pot. He's looking at it. Sometimes I always think it's worth looking from behind the pocket. That was the angle we could see. Just goes.
$48. $49. $56. $57.
So closing out the frame here. Still got a little bit of work to do, but I think he's got through a lot of the hard work. Still got that backup red up the table should he need it, but he's got a couple more options, although that is not a good shot. Now that he really got into the cue ball too much there.
64.
Oh well, maybe there's some life in the frame yet. Now, I just wonder if he went too low on the cue ball, because it didn't come off at the angle he wanted. Oh, great
65.
recovery. Great shot. Good cueing again. So,
72.
impressive break so far, this. I thought he was struggling with his concentration since the interval, but he's got going here. He's got his nut down, and he's, well, just a couple of shots away from securing the frame.
73.
That was frame ball. Once he's potted this, he might think about something even better. Because the break is 80, 10 reds and 10 blacks.
80.
So he could make a 147, but now the frame is safe, it'll be on his mind.
$81.
has a top break of 146. That was made in the UK Championship 2006. Noise from the other side of the arena.
89, quiet please.
Shh. There's one very difficult red on the side cushion, but this is a great effort
96.
from Mark King.
Yeah, I mean, as a left-hander, he could get to that red at least. That one wobbled in the jaws.
97.
Now then,
Quiet please.
I think he's okay, Neil. You know, I think he might be able to try and develop it. It's
trouble is, Dennis, if he does, he's not got the shot on the other red to get on the black, has he? That's the worry.
yeah, he's got a choice to go up. See where he's putting the cue. I mean, there is another possibility. If he finishes on that one that's near the middle pocket in such a way, he might be able to cannon the other one out and still come through for the black.
Yeah, good shout. And I think at the moment, if it was me, I would play on the red near the pocket. And I think that was the right shot, Dennis, for now.
Now, what's the angle like? I don't think he's going to have to. He can't move the other red. He's going to have to get a good angle on the black to then try and get back to it. It would be some maximum break if he could make it.
So, if this goes
105.
far enough up the table, he's got the angle, maybe to play him behind the red, and that might just suit him as a left-handed player. What kind of angle does he have? He's keeping very composed. And there's an angle there, all right. Good shot. Excellent shot, Dennis.
Oh, he doesn't want to be straight though.
112.
There's £147,000 for a maximum, plus 10,000 for the highest break. Oh, this is a big shot. He's got a slight angle. He might just be able to pot it and get the white a little bit away from the cushion. Come on, Mark.
It wasn't to be a brilliant 112 break. Chance of a massive payday for Mark King. So the break 112 and the match is 3-3.
Well, hard luck, Mark King. The boys having a discussion about that. It was a difficult red, the last red, but he got so close to it. Just what needed to cling to the cushion, and we had a scream from Mark there. Wow. But well played, 3-all.
Frame 7. Mark King to break.
Terrific double there. He's terrific at picking out difficult plants.
8.
He's good at doubles.
Nine.
It's starting to pick up very nicely, this match. Terrific 112 break from Mark King in the previous frame. It was a possible maximum, but it was his 54th century break. He doesn't make a
60.
lot of centuries. He's been a pro for 17 years.
17. $24.
Played that well, just the one red he could play on, and he was getting quite close to it there, so he judged it quite nicely.
25.
Now he's got the angle here if he wants to go off the cushion. Those 6 reds in the pyramid, we've seen it already in this match, the reds going like that, but no, it stuck together, so he isn't guaranteed to spread them very well here. That's a good effort though, that is a good shot. The cue ball around the side of them there.
32.
Going to see it again. He really got into that. That's a good shot.
$33.
Well, since
38.
the mid-session interval, this match has really picked up. Both players looking better touch. And maybe the break from Mark King in the previous frame has inspired Selby.
$39. $42. $43.
just gone far
47.
enough. He was willing that cue ball on.
Just a wee bit short again, but a pretty good shot. He can avoid the yellow and brown and get back up to leave the red that's nearest the black. Well, he's gone the other side. Still a red to the left of the pink available. He had a couple of options open to him there.
53.
Yeah, it's developing into a fine match, this.
$61. $62. $68.
So that was an important colour, because now King needs snookers if he ever comes back to the table.
69.
Now a chance
76.
for quite a big break here. Total clearance on the cards. No total clearance though.
Mark Selby, 76.
Mind you, it was a fine 76. It was enough to give Mark Selby the frame. He's back in the lead once more at 4-3.
One. Eight. Mark Selby.
We've got the auditorium to themselves now. The other match is finished. It's turning into quite a high quality match here. King with 112 to go 3-3, and then Selby coming back with 76 to take the lead again at 4-3. So 2 frames left in the session. Obviously doesn't fancy the green, it's very thin, so it's got to drop right this.
Marking
And,
one.
that's good enough. He's covered all the reds, got the pace right. Judged well because he's covered all the reds that will pot. So only a safety shot for King now from here. That shot's gone wrong. Played it with side, misjudged it badly once he left. I think the red to the left centre's very acute angle. He could only roll this in ever so slowly. Oh, just made it, didn't it? That's probably as hard as he could have hit that. At least he was on the blue, and the key to that shot was the red, the other side of the blue, which you can land behind.
Six. Seven. 13.
Nine frames to be played in this session.
20.
And a pretty high standard. Okay, the first 4 frames were a bit tactical, but our Kings had breaks of 60, 58, 112. Mark Selby's had a 55, 46, 45, 76 in the previous frame.
$27. 33. 34.
'Well, it looks like a little stun shot here, just to land on the red into the same pocket. Well, he's not gone quite as far as you'd like. Means you've got to queue awkwardly over the 2 reds. He's still potless, but it's just, well, you can see it's infuriating him that he's not finished dead on this. Quite animated, isn't he? Around the table is Mark. Seen all kinds of stuff today, but he's pumped up. It's a big match for him. That worked out well. I'm not sure if he knew that the pathway was through there for the pink, but he'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen that little path initially, and it was well worked out, because a flick on the black or the red and he was out of position. This was it, striking over the reds, did well to find that gap.
$47. 48.
Can run this through. A couple of reds go in the opposite corner pocket. That's fine. So he's getting close to the point where Selby will need snookers. He's just
54.
checked the score, so he knows Red colour red should be enough.
55.
It's a match that's picked up considerably since the first 4 frames when it was 2-2. Oh well, they're so close to winning the frame.
Marking 55.
Well, his concentration was good. Can't really say he just lacked concentration on that shot. Don't really know why he missed that one. Came as a surprise.
One.
Well, he's boiling over that one. He just cannot believe he missed that pink. So we can pot a red to the left centre here. Top one will go.
7. Eight.
Well, Mark Selby made a break of 55 in the opening frame, which was quite incredible. This would be equally as good if he could clear up from this position, but they were very difficult in that opening frame, and he done it.
Overscrewed slightly. Mark King knows that he's just possibly got a second chance. Position is not great for Selby.
Okay.
Might have to screw off the side cushion and lay him behind a red. Just wonder if he's got the natural cannon on the right hand red of the two from this pink as well, but it would be hard to see him just landing on the red that way. So he's playing the screw shot across off one cushion, it would seem. This is tough. It's a beautiful shot. That is a brilliant shot. Now is he on the red on the left of the table? Maybe not looking at that. It's a great effort. Well, he played this as well as he could.
17.
He's just a fraction away from being on that one. You can see he just can't get through to the other one, and he can't do much with the cue ball here, can he?
$18.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he played that shot, Dennis, because there's still 38 points the difference, and he's got no colour on. Quite surprised he potted that. Needs a colour. Well, he's just going to try and roll this in, but if he doesn't get it, he'll need snookers in the frame. Well, he's not even tried to roll it in. That was ambitious. That really was.
Mark Selby 18.
So the break was 18, and the moment Mark Selby needs snookers, if he doesn't get them, it'll be 4-4. sealed the frame actually, that shot. There's nothing between these two, not only in the score but just in the standard that they've played at. They both started slowly, they both got better and better as the game's gone on.
Foul. Mark King 4.
Going to come far enough up for Mark King to be able to take the red on and completely secure the frame.
One.
Tapped himself on the head there for some reason, but it is 4 each.
Yeah, I think it was over that shot that he missed earlier on, and he knows he kind of got away with it. But
6.
I think he's good for this 4-4 scoreline. He's played well.
8.
Pretty fierce competitor is Mark.
11.
He's got a great record against Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's beaten him almost about half the amount of times he's played him. They've played around about 10 or 11 times, I think. So that tells you that he can play. Not many players
15.
can boast that kind of record. Snookered himself, but it doesn't matter
20.
at all. Doesn't pop the pink, but a 55 break earlier was enough to secure the frame in the end for Mark King. 4 frames all.
Okay, the final frame of this session, Mark King to break.
He's potted the blue. I mean, there's a
Foul.
trick shot and a half.
Mark
Right.
75.
Answers on a postcard. How many times has a player broken off and potted the blue like that? I can only remember it ever happening once. I can't remember who did it, but that is the most unusual break-off shot you'll ever see. And that was perfectly played, and an early chance for Mark Selby.
Eight. Nine.
He's got a red at the bottom of the pack. I'm not sure he can get on that from here, so he's probably going to have to nudge into them. And he's lost the cue ball, but the blue has helped him there. Without the blue being on its spot, the cue ball was lost up the table.
16.
Just a little bit fortunate. Didn't get into these that well. And there's the nudge on the blue, which gives him a shot at the mid-range red. No, he missed that by a long way. Well, let's the first sign that he's feeling the pressure there. That was not close. And these are the shots that kind of can affect you. When you miss one of these, a real cueing shot by that margin, you think, hello, what's wrong here? Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it, to take that overnight lead, even if it's only the one frame. This match will continue tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Now there's going to be a few balls spread around when he takes this pot on here. Where's the white going to finish? Always on the blue, is he? Oh, that's a bit of good fortune.
One.
Thank you very much indeed. He bounced that into the pack. Had no idea what was going to happen, the cue ball, but it's okay bouncing around on the table as long as you don't jump an intervening ball. Well, every chance now. Blue goes on the highest spot available. That's the pink, and the blue is potable into the left corner. The black is in the clear. Pink's okay. Pink will go back onto the blue spot when Mark pots this red.
7.
The highest available spot will be the blue spot, so the pink will be on there. Red's nicely open. Good chance.
Yeah, and the sequence would be broken if Mark King won this frame. It's been 1-1 all the way through. No one's won 2 frames in succession. King won the last, so that would be the case if he won this frame. And he's quite pumped up. We mentioned that earlier. He looks really pumped up. It's normally a good thing. It can sometimes lead to a player boiling over, but at the moment he's in control of this emotion, and he's cueing well. This is a great chance. He's got just an inch too far there. Still can hold.
21. $22.
Yes, he's wanted to put in a good performance, having qualified,
29.
defeating Jimmy White in that last qualifying round to get through to Sheffield. In the end, he beat Jimmy 10-3, and what an achievement that would have been if Jimmy White had have got through to qualify for Sheffield. But Mark King was just a bit too strong for him.
Peter, just have a word.
Not sure what the referee was saying there.
I think it maybe was a slight distraction, but referee Aaron Williams doesn't want the players
37
to notice somebody, and he's done a good job there. He's deep in concentration, is Mark King.
38. 44.
Of course, they've got the arena all to themselves at the moment.
45. Okay.
He's got into this, but it's okay.
52.
The adrenaline is pumping there, and he almost overscrewed that.
He has overscrewed it, hasn't he, Neil? Both reds are tricky into either middle pocket, little cutbacks, but You'd think he'd be okay. The one to the right middle looks better to me. I think he can hold for the black if he takes that. Doesn't look all that thin. And now he's underhit it slightly. He's got to use that red to the left of the blue as a stopper. If he just drops the black in, he's running further away from the reds. If he could get a cannon on that, he'd be okay. The one to the right of the three reds and blue would be available.
Yeah, it's a delicate little shot, isn't it? A soft screw onto that red. Hold for the one to the right of the four. He's not playing it. And he's trying to go all the way around the table. And now what's this happened here?
53.
This could be an outrageous one of good fortune now. How lucky is that?
Well, Mark Selby doesn't want to come out of his seat. He can't believe the result that Mark King has had there. Elected to try and force it all the way around the angles, and well, look what happened. What a bit of good fortune that was. If he just comes off the side cushion, the right side of the table, so easy to leave one on. He'd have to be very, very precise. He's going to do well to get out of this. Looks as if he's playing for this single red. But even then, he'll need a bit of good fortune.
Foul and a miss. Mark King 4.
Well, Mark's coming around the table, but this will be going back.
Okay. Look to that. Right.
It's not too bad. The red kissing the black has given Mark a possible pot, but I mean, he'd take this pot on, but it looks as if there could be an angle to go into the reds, and he doesn't want to do that. Bit further away from the cushion with the cue ball, he could take it on with a touch aside and avoid cannoning the four reds. He's digging down a little bit, so the last thing he wants to do is to cannon those reds. Doesn't mind cannoning the reds if he pots the one he's looking at, but it's a bit risky.
It's not a nice shot, that's for certain. He decided not to cue down on the ball, so he's trying to run away, and the reds come up the table now, and that's the only way that he could have left one on.
Yeah, he applied quite a bit of side to the cue ball to avoid careering into those reds. See the angle the white come off at? That's because he had side on the cue ball. Well, he does like a plant, we know that. Is it on? Let's have a look. As we pull out, we'll show you that the plant is not quite on, but it could be made. What he'll do is he's coming around the table to pick a spot on the cushion where he would knock the first red. You pick the angle that you would you know, where you had potted, and then you pick the spot on the cushion that you want to knock the red onto, the first red, and let the other one take care of itself. Yeah, I think he can make this.
Terrific shot, smack in the centre of the pocket, and as you saw, it wasn't a gimme at all. It had to be made. This is a big shot. No, he knocks in the pressure balls, doesn't he?
I was just thinking that, Neil. He seems to be the man for the pressure shot. He's proved that over the last couple of seasons. That's why he's up at provisional number 4 in the world.
Well, he's looking to screw this. I wonder if he could just run it through and either finish on blue or black. He's got to kiss the other red either way, I think. I don't think he can avoid that, so maybe that shot is on, especially with 2 balls that he could play on. Not only the black, but the blue is there, so I think it was worth the risk. Yep, he's on the black. There's no problem there. The black will, when potted, go on the pink spot. That's the highest available.
$14.
Cue ball running around here. Can do nothing about that. Such a thin pot that he really can't have all much control over where the white finishes. Playing bottom of the cue ball. Well, he's done well. As long as they run past the log line, he's done very well there because that was very thin. By putting screw on it, he killed the cue ball and stopped it from travelling too far.
It's a bit of a replica of the opening frame. Mark King
18.
led by some 47 points, and Mark Selby cleared up with a terrific 55 break.
19.
And he might just do the same in this final frame of the session.
Okay. 26.
He just seems to get better with the more pressure that's on the shot. Mark King was really pumped up for this, and he was going along very nicely and looked favoured to take an overnight lead.
$27. $29.
I'm just stretching a bit. That's fine. Sign of a great player, isn't it? Someone that can just up his game when challenged.
Oh, has he overscrewed that a little bit? He's got to get all the way up to the blue. He's going to have to stretch for this one. He's got plenty of cue power, but he's got to be very precise. He doesn't want to go near the cushion and screw too far up. And he's underdone it. So it's not over yet, this deciding frame. Mark knows it. With that reaction, you can tell that the blue's not as straightforward by any means. In fact, he may even refuse it and play the snooker. He knows the importance of this final frame, and I think he's playing the snooker. Oh, I didn't want to hit the knuckle. It spoiled the chance of a snooker. He's got a good cue ball though, but without catching the middle pocket, he would have had the snooker.
Look at the shot here that Mark King has got. I mean, this isn't really a shot to nothing, this blue. It's not a natural to come back and leave distance between cue ball and object ball. Also, the pink isn't at this end of the table, so it will be a risky one to take on, I think.
He didn't take the pot on, but he didn't hit it thin enough. That's a poor shot. That was neither one thing nor the other. He's giving himself a bit of a telling off there. So, if he pots the blue, he'll pot the pink. Well, there's a couple of frames that Mark King, and it's very early in the match, he wraps the table there. Both players are pumped up. Well, he pinched the first frame, he's pinched the final frame of this session, and it's the jester from Leicester, Mark Selby, who will take an overnight lead, 5 frames to 4.